Hey! Alright, I got it for you. Alright, I got it for you.
You know, it is the day before the 2013 Bassmaster Classic in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's exciting. You dream of getting here, and the more times you come, it never does get unexciting by no means. But it's a special place for me and my brother this year. Chris Lane being the 2012 world champion, and nothing would make it more sweet than him to hand me the trophy. You know, the weather has been a factor this week. We practiced in all kinds of conditions. The first day was a high of 40 and a low in the 20s, and the last day of practice was 63, and then our official practice yesterday was snow. So, and the high was 36 degrees. All that in consideration, the lake fish isn't a little bit scattered to me. But all in all, it just seems like if you keep your head down and start moseying around, hopefully I found a few areas that have some quality fish in it. I don't know if you even have to slow down. These fish are used to cold weather. They're nothing like where I come from. So we'll definitely see a lot of fish caught tomorrow, and hopefully that, I have some bigger than most of the other guys. That's a new, exciting thing for me this year. I've currently got a brand new Phoenix boat, 920. This thing is wicked fast and wicked good to fish. It's an awesome boat to fish in. You feel great about being in a great boat. Phoenix has that to offer. Of course, there'd be only reason I have the speed that I do, the acceleration that I do, the whole shot, my Yamaha Show 250, reliable, never leave me stranded. This week in the ice, the snow, the sun, it doesn't matter. Crank it up and it goes. So I got the perfect setup for the Bassmaster Classic in 2013.
Well, as you know, the weather's nasty out there. Practice was good. Conditions have changed tremendously, so I kind of really don't know what's going to happen. So we're just going to go out and go fishing tomorrow and hope for the best. You always got to have a game plan or a strategy. For me, the weather really doesn't bother me. I'm kind of used to this stuff all the time where I live in Indiana. This stuff happens all the time. And here, it's one of them things where you got to kind of remember that these fish are used to that. They're used to it being 60 one day and 30 the next. So really, it's probably not going to affect them as much as it's going to affect us. So that's kind of one of them things you just got to put in the back of your head and go see what you can make happen.
I'm pumped. This is my third consecutive classic. At 25 years old, what more can you ask for? I grew up watching a bunch of these guys, and you're talking $500,000 for 3 days of fishing. That's pretty cool. I try to focus on the fact that we're all out here to compete. They want to beat me just as bad as I want to beat them, and so when we're on the water, it's focusing on what I'm doing, not the rest of the guys. And once we get off the water, we're all friends, and they're great guys. But when it's on the water, everybody's there to win. You're talking a life-changing tournament.
In the morning.
I'll listen to music some. I'll listen to some motivational type stuff. But really, I like to try to stay focused, just kind of stay calm, not get too uptight. I'll talk with guys and hang out. And this week, I got a bunch of my family here. So we'll just be hanging out, cooking dinners and breakfast, and just having a good time. I think it takes the pressure off. I already feel at home with the weather conditions, with it being snowy and cold, and the way the lake sets up. But having my family here, it just it breaks up all the classic hype. Where you can go back to the house, we're staying out at the lake, and you can kind of just relax for
No, I haven't done nothing yet, actually. I'm still waiting for the rest of them to show up, but yeah, and this is our media day, so this is what we're here to do. Tomorrow will be all about fishing, so looking forward to tomorrow. The practice went well, all things considering the weather and everything. The weather changing things up, we'll have to see how this tomorrow. I got a game plan and what I want to do, an outline, but it's obviously keeping an open mind about everything. So. No, I focus. I think about my day and how I see it in my mind, how it's all going to unfold, and how I want it to unfold. So that's basically what I'm doing, and keeps focus. I mean, it's hard not to get up for this tournament because of the magnitude of it. So for me, it's not that hard to get wound up on these things. For me, it's a matter of just staying focused and staying calm and do what I know how to do.
I'm excellent. I'm feeling great. I'm ready. I mean, I'm so fired up. Anytime you're fishing the Bassmaster Classic, you're fishing a life-changing event. Got my new Yamaha SHO motor. I'm so ready to run. I mean, this thing in this cold weather runs so good. I mean, especially teamed up with this new Ranger Z520. We're talking 74 miles an hour. So I'm going to be running around just because. Freezing a little bit cold, but I'll be fine. Practice was okay. I caught a couple fish in the snow, and I knew that they were going to bite in the snow, which they always do. It's just the part is we have post-front conditions, so it might be a little tough. I mean, I've already planned to fish slow, and I'm going to stick with, what I got. And, I'm not necessarily fishing patterns that I personally would like to fish, but I'm going to go out there and do what it takes to have an opportunity to win this event. Thanks for the support, guys. Appreciate it. And, you get a chance, come to one of the Bass Elite events and go on a test drive in that new Yamaha SHO. You'll love it.
Pretty optimistic. Obviously tomorrow's going to be not a good weather day, but the lake's it's a tremendous fishing lake, first of all, and there's so many good fish in it that somebody's going to catch them, and I feel pretty good about it. I got quite a few different things going on. The problem's going to be is to really get dialed into what they're doing tomorrow based on after the front blows out, and obviously the dropping temperatures and stuff like that. So it's just going to be adjustments. Yeah, I got a couple rods to restring, but what I did was Sunday or Monday morning after the last day of official practice, I sat there for like 3 hours and I redid all my rods and lines and things like that. And I actually, yesterday, I only used like 2 or 3 rods. So I basically eliminated them. So I'm kind of fresh. I got to do 1 rod and put some hooks on some baits, and boat's ready with gas, ready to go.
It's going to be challenging. The weather conditions are going to make for some big changes over the last couple of days. So I think the guy that can really adjust and make some really good moves in the morning is who's going to do well tomorrow, and ultimately in the whole tournament. Tomorrow, I believe, is going to be a lot different than the practice days we had. So I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also knowing that anything I found in practice could be completely negated after this weather. It wasn't real hard to get bit in certain areas, but it was hard to catch bigger fish, and that's kind of, the approach to the Bassmaster Classic is so much different than what I would in an elite event. If I was fishing an elite event, I'm going to go where I know I can catch 5 fish, and then we'll worry about something beyond that. But ultimately, a limit that weighs 10, 12 pounds is going to do nothing for you in the Classic. After this tournament, no matter where you finish in points. So, I think you have to kind of assume that you've got to go look for the 5 biggest fish. And I know ultimately we always do that, but still we approach it a little differently when you're looking for a limit. Here, a limit, doesn't have any value. It's doing incredible. It's fuel efficient and starts just as quick as anything I really love.
Man, I'm excited. Great opportunity to be here. I don't ever take any of these for granted. It's something that you try to accomplish each year going into the season, you know. And fortunately enough, I had a great year last year, and I'm here, and you know, it's just a great event to kind of showcase your sponsors and say a thank you to them for supporting you through the year, and just an honor to be here. You know, it's going to be a good tournament. There's going to be a lot of fish caught. But, you know, as in every tournament, the guys that figure out how to catch the bigger quality fish are going to be the ones that are out there. This is a special event. You know, it's kind of an event where you want to have fun with it, but at the same time, it's a very stressful and demanding event. Because not only are we fishing the tournament, but we've got media day, we've got sponsor obligations, and we've got other stuff that we have to do. So we're constantly busy, and a lot of times that takes away from the fishing aspect of it, because you can't just concentrate 100% on fishing and how you need to go about doing that. But you know, this is my number 11 here, and I feel like I'm more in tune to anticipate what's going to happen, what's going to transpire, and I have a kind of an understanding of what's going to go on.
You know, I'm really excited to fish tomorrow. Looking forward to the Bassmaster Classic. We've got some challenges ahead of us. We've got a major weather front come through, and conditions are going to change a little bit. And it's going to go out tomorrow and go fishing and try to adjust and see what the day will bring. Wished I would have seen a few more quality bites, but as far as, you know, overall catching fish and all, you know, I'm looking forward to it. It's a great fishery. I've got a few old songs in the radio I listen to on CD in the truck when I head over to the lake, kind of get me in the right frame of mind. And other than that, it's all pretty much put the blinders on, turn everything into 100% focus, and just go to work.